Hey, welcome to the show. Actually, I just forgot that was going until it shows us like on the screen.
Yeah,
You get lost because there's like a slight delay here. There's an even greater delay over there because like we're not even live yet on yours.
Yeah, no, we just came live on mine.
And so when you're looking at the screen and you're like, oh, look at I'm falling out of the sky. And I was like, oh, we're live. So welcome to the show.
We're
Already
live.
been chatting with Super Alley on
Who
here.
would have thought?
I would like to welcome back Lemon Juices. Looks like you've been here a couple of times. We appreciate it. Mulches? There's Mulch. If you'd like to give us the correct pronunciation of your name, we'll get that correctly. And of course, Super Alley is back. Welcome back to the show. Kind of a really good day. Really nice outside, comfortable, warm weather. I'm liking the warm weather thing, personally. I don't know. Yeah, I am not a winter person.
Winter's not too bad.
There are people who are like, I like the cold because you can always add more layers and stay warm. But like, you can't like get cooler in the summertime. And I'm like, nope, I'd rather have the summer. Would you rather be freezing cold or sweaty? And they're like, I don't want to be sweaty. I'd rather be freezing cold. Well, I don't. I don't like the cold.
I would rather be melting in the hot summer sun.
Okay, so we're all wearing these masks, right?
Yeah.
And I find that when I'm out in the cold, like your nose starts running. And what do? You're wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go. That's just really gross.
No, you don't do that.
I
Unless
guess
you've got a replacement mask.
So I know these older people, okay?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen an old dude in a suit?
Yes.
You know, like an old guy can get off and can get away with wearing like a black suit jacket and blue pants, you know, nowhere else. But like if you're 80 years old, it's socially acceptable.
Yeah.
But for some reason, like old people in suits, they pull out like this hanky thing. They'll blow their nose in it and then keep it and then do it again. And I was like, ugh. No, I can't do that. So I guess for those people, for those people, I guess the mask would be okay because you could just be like, and then just it's there. You could use it the next time.
Stuck it back in your shirt pocket, and it's all good to go.
I'd rather be in between the perfect temperature. That is a very political answer. Thank you, Super Al.
Thank you for staying neutral during these trying times.
I'm doing very well. Hope you're doing well too. What's the day today?
What's the day? Oh, well, it's March 4th.
March 4th.
Now, March 4th is a lot of things. One of the most importantly, it's Benjamin Harrison Day.
Benjamin Harrison.
Benjamin Harrison.
I don't know who that is.
The 9th President of the United States.
Harrison?
Benjamin Harrison.
The 9th President. Wait. Huh. Nope. Didn't get that, but you know what? Bet you that dude carried a hanky.
Probably. He's wearing a suit in his photo.
Yes! See?
It is Courageous Follower Day, Holy Experiment Day, which is going out and trying something new.
So the 8th President of the United States, there were cameras back then? But there weren't cameras for the first President of the United States?
Are you serious? He probably wasn't an old man when he took the presidency.
Oh, okay. So it was just a picture of him way later in life.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Okay. So, like, he was around when... Never mind. So, like, the Queen. We got pictures of the Queen. But, not when she was younger.
No.
Because that was, like...
1780.
Before the United States was a country. Yeah. Okay, so Benjamin Harrison.
Yep. Benjamin Harrison Day. Courageous Follower Day.
Okay.
Holy Experiment Day.
What is a courageous follower?
Like, the picture it shows, it looks like it's showing the Navy, like a bunch of Navy men lined up.
So a courageous follower is where one guy is like, all right, there's a building full of bad guys, charge, and everybody behind him is like, yeah, let's get them.
I guess.
Got it.
Holy Experiment Day.
I don't even know what to say about that.
The purpose of the day is to try something religious.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately,
I thought like a holy, like You see those bumper stickers? And they're like, buckle up, I'm going to try something awesome.
Yeah.
Or stand back, I'm going to try science. This is where you're like, you build a altar out back and you're like, okay, I'm getting ready. I'm going to experiment with calling consuming fire from heaven.
Well, so you see the issue. The picture they used for Holy Experiment Day is Jesus on a cross.
I don't think people want to try that.
Holy Experiment Day.
Hey, Sav. We don't mind that you're late. Thanks for joining us on the show. We gave a shout out to a bunch of other people, but thank you. Thank you for showing up.
We have Hug a GI Day.
Ooh.
Pretty sure GIs don't do hugs so much.
They probably really look forward to it, like coming home. So
Probably.
there used to be like this commercial of like an airport and like all of a sudden like these military personnel start like they're walking in, like they're coming back from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And like one person starts clapping and then the second person, and by the end of it,
Yeah.
they're all clapping. And there's like this little girl runs up to meet her dad and she jumps in his arms, everything. It's kind of like really heartfelt. So I'm sure
Yeah.
they do appreciate after being gone for several months at a time to be like, welcomed home.
International Game Master Day.
We should have switched days. We should have done the good news yesterday and did gaming night today.
International Scrapbooking Industry Day.
Scrapbooking
not-
industry.
Yeah, so not scrapbooking.
It's going
but the
to buy
industry.
buy scrapbooking stuff today.
Yeah.
Yes, got it. Okay.
March 4th. Otherwise known as Do Something Day.
Like literally march forward.
Yeah, March 4th.
Yeah, I was going to say that at the beginning, but then I thought there's got to be something coming later. I'll wait. I didn't want to steal your thunder.
Marching Music Day. Also known as March 4th.
So, marching band.
Yes. National Dance the Waltz Day.
There are quite a few national days today. It's like they just crammed them all into one day.
Not done yet.
I figured.
National Grammar Day.
To whom it may concern.
Exactly. National Hospitalist Day.
Hospitalist?
Hospitalist.
Actually, that's kind of neat because I'm going to be talking about something semi-related.
National Pound Cake Day.
And I almost got that lemon pound cake at Starbucks. I almost did it, and I should have. I regret that now.
National Snack Day.
I really regret it now.
National Sons Day.
Normally there's like 5 or 6, right?
Yeah, something around
This
there.
is like a book.
Yeah. We're still not done. Old Inauguration Day.
Going in. Old inauguration.
So apparently the original inaugurations were done on March 4th.
Okay. When it was warmer and not frigid cold.
Yeah.
Surrounded by a barricade.
Toy Soldier Day.
But not hug a toy soldier day.
No, just Toy Soldier Day. It is World Book Day in the UK and in Ireland.
And we're reading the first chapter of it, I think, right now.
Yeah. And actually, that's it. Look at that! You did it. You survived through. You survived through the national.
It's
days.
like crazy. I've never seen so many. And that's just in the U.S.
Yeah. Except one in the UK and Ireland.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if we have any UK people watching, but if you give a shout out, whatever your national day is, we'll put it on here real quick. Anything new that we should bring up? Anything you?
I don't know. You got anything new?
Well, kind of. I was just saving it just because mine's going to be more the opposite of the show's experience.
See, though, that's why you do it at the beginning, so then you can overlap
yes.
it with all these good feelings.
And I'm really looking forward to today's show because I was inundated with so many good articles that I wanted to touch on, but there is absolutely no way possible I could possibly get to all of them. So I tried to carve it all out. I had to redo it all, and then I redid it all again, and then I redid it all again, but probably going to make it a third, at least I hope. And that's the goal. My top third. My top. I save the creme de la creme. But I don't know if you know or not, but like we have a mutual friend, and I know that some people who are watching probably know them. They are the Howards, Joe and Angie. I think we had dinner with them before the whole COVID thing like broke out.
Yeah.
So Joe is in the hospital right now with COVID and I believe double pneumonia. And it's tough right at this time in particular. I know there's like a lot of people that we've come in contact with, a lot of people who've watched and we've had chat and everything, talk back about COVID and such, people who've replied on Discord with things that they're going through. Actually, Sophia just had like a test she was required to take at school, I think, just the other day. And so, unfortunately for Joe and Angie, the timing of this haul is about a year and a half ago, their son Brandon was tragically taken in an accident, a car accident, in August, and his birthday is tomorrow.
Ooh.
And so the Howards started something really, really cool last year. And so this is the good news part of it, I guess. The last year, Brandon would have turned 25. And so the Howards decided to make it their mission to do 25 good deeds on that day.
All right.
So, like you're sitting at the Starbucks and you see the guy behind you is like thinking about the pound cake. And they're like, you know what, let's just pay for their coffee or buy their thing. Or you're going through the drive-thru, buy the guy behind you. You know what I mean? Pay for the groceries. Or if somebody's in line at the store and they've only got a couple items, or even if they got a full cart, it's an older person, say, you know what, hey, go ahead, cut in line. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this year, Joe's in the hospital. He's not going to be able to do that. And so I'm asking all of you that are watching today and or watching the rerun tomorrow to maybe do a good deed in Brandon's honor. And we're going to see if we can try to get 26 people to do some good deeds, send them in to us, and we'll go ahead and send it to Joe and Angie and let them know that other people are going to kind of step in the gap for them this year.
All right, then.
So you said it was National Hospitalists Day?
Yes. Hospitalists.
I don't want to incorrectly say that since it's also National Grammar Day.
Hospitalists.
So we have our 3D printer running, and so over the next day I'm going to print 26 of those mask extender things, the ear relief, whatever you call them, where they take them. Have you ever wore a mask for, well, you have to wear them at school.
Yeah.
Yours are custom made?
No.
You're not, you just wear the standard everyday whatever mask?
Yeah, just a mask my mother bought.
So I know that those disposable ones, which you have to wear at the hospital, they're very uncomfortable to wear, and they pull on your ears. And if you have something that's pulling on your ears for 15 hours, I'm sure it gets really old really fast. So I'm going to print up 26 of those extenders. I'm going to drop it off to the hospital that's right here in town. And then if I have time, I'm going to print another 26 and drop it off at another random hospital along the way and try to get as many as I can and just drop them off.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
If you guys are listening on chat, go ahead and chime in with some other good deeds. But yeah, if you just can do, if everybody does just one good deed, we have like 300 and how many followers do we have now?
365?
60 something, whatever followers. If everybody did just one, we'd be way over. So I'm looking forward to hearing how that comes back. And I know that we got some good people following.
Yeah.
Speaking of following, if you are following and you would like to follow us and have a good time on, off the air, and all that other jazz, I'm going to put a link in our Discord chat here. Or not. Oh, yeah. Allie. Ha ha ha. So I'll put a link in the Discord chat. You can join our Discord. We do a lot of fun stuff there. We're chatting all the time. We do all kinds of things from like movie night to sometimes just fun. We have like a memes channel. Sometimes we post jokes in there. We celebrate people's birthdays. I know Super Allie got a license today. We were all talking about the licensing that she got. So it's a good fun thing. And then we post whenever we're gonna have an issue. Like yesterday, we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah,
we
that
post those out there.
Major fun.
Speaking of announcements, we have a D&D thing that we're doing this coming Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Central Time. We're gonna continue where we left off on the last game. Those don't get saved on YouTube, unfortunately, for all the people watching YouTube. We're not gonna have that on there. But it's just like a thing we actually, I don't know, what is that, like conference a call in with a bunch of other people and we play a game here in the studio.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and then next week on Tuesday, Allie's doing a craft, 4 p.m. Central. Dyer has a game night on Wednesday, also at 4 p.m. Central. And then, of course, we'll be back here a week from now. Am I missing anything?
I actually think you covered all the bases.
I think I covered all the bases. Wow, I feel like I should have had like a PowerPoint. We
Yeah,
should
right?
use this giant screen behind us.
Nah, it's fine.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of the giant screen behind us, I didn't put up my thing.
Nice.
So I found a way to remove my mouse from that, so I don't have to like keep switching back and forth to change it. It's kind of nice, you know. It's like a hiding behind the scenes. Like I feel like I work for Disney now, where you can't see the magic happening.
Oh boy.
Until I accidentally press the button and the camera goes.
But isn't Disney's whole thing about seeing the magic happen?
No, you want to see the magic. You don't want to see the magic behind the scenes.
But don't you have to see the magic happen in order to see the magic?
You want to see Superman fly. You don't want to see him connecting to like a lift or something somewhere. What's that magician guy?
Which one?
Yeah, the one that does all the levitating. He was levitating on the top of a tower or whatever.
Not Houdini.
You want to... No, the new guy. Not Chris Angel, but maybe it was Chris Angel. Maybe it was Chris Angel. You want to see that dude levitate and fly around. You don't want to see what makes it work. Otherwise, it's like, it's not... No, you don't see... It's not actually magic anymore. So, my first article... in the good news program is an embarrassed student. I tried to take the words embarrassed and student and make them one word.
We're off to a fantastic start.
Yes. It's not mispronunciation day, but it could be. An embarrassed student hid a bad haircut under a hat. Are you allowed to wear hats at school?
No.
I don't think there's any school that lets you wear hats. But
Well, actually, no. Kids in our school do wear hats.
Okay. I wasn't allowed to. There was no such thing. You wouldn't even try at our school. So, anyway, embarrassed student hid a bad haircut under a hat. Teachable moments don't always happen in school, and when they do, it's not necessarily in the classroom. This week, one educator is being lauded for his ability to look beyond the rules to impart one of life's larger lessons. I'm waiting for the picture.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it kind of ruins it. When student Anthony Moore showed up to class wearing a hat in violation of the school's dress code, Stony Brook Intermediate and Middle School principal Jason Smith knew something was wrong. Eventually, he was able to get Moore to open up. After about 30 minutes, the youth finally explained he was embarrassed by the haircut he'd recently received.
Is that so?
Have you ever had a bad haircut?
I've had haircuts.
I know someone, and I don't want to embarrass them per se. You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to say anything.
All right.
There are embarrassing moments that happen to people, and sometimes you wish you would go back and do something. I'll give a better example. So I grew up. We were... I've told this story before. We made our own potato cannons.
Yep.
You spray hairspray in it. You do it. I don't know if you can do that anymore because it's like a projectile thing. I don't know if you'd be branded a terrorist and thrown into like in prison or something. But it didn't light, and so my friend Anthony looked down there to see if he could see the lighter flicking. And when he did, he literally burned off his eyebrow, his eyelashes, and part of his hair. Yes. That's kind of embarrassing, you know,
a little bit.
When you go back. When I was growing up, my stepmom fell asleep on the couch, and her daughter shaved her eyebrow off. Just one. Ooh, just one of her eyebrows. So it happens, okay? He didn't say straight out, but I feel like he didn't want to be laughed at, Smith told CNN. You know, he was embarrassed. So, you know what you do? You call CNN and tell them about this story.
Yeah, might as well.
The barbershop and haircuts as black males is very important in the community, and looking your best and being sharp. It's just a cultural aspect. Understanding the foibles of peer pressure all too well, rather than simply dismiss Moore's concern and mete out disciplinary action in a stroke of sheer genius.
Yeah.
Smith came up with an alternative solution. He'd fix the cruel cut himself. And there's where I'll put the picture up. Temp screen. There is a picture of him right there. It wasn't just an idle offer. Smith's been cutting hair since he was a teen. After showing more photographic evidence of some of the do's he's done, the young man agreed to the compromise. So, braving the winter snows of Indianapolis, Smith drove home to get his gear and then headed back to realign Moore's wayward hairline. Moore willingly submitted to Smith's barbering skills, and he was pleased enough with the results to return to class without his hat, where he was able to finish out his school day in good spirits. Moore's mom, who okayed the impromptu haircut, was grateful that instead of going by the book and simply suspending her son, Smith chose to seize an opportunity to help the young man feel better about himself. All behavior is communication, and when a student is struggling, we need to ask ourselves what happened to this child, instead of what's wrong with this child, Smith told CNN. What need is the child trying to get met? And really, the future of urban education rests on that question. While it's a question without easy answers, being able to recognize it when it's being asked, as well as being willing to take the initiative to transform a minor transgression into a teachable moment. And I'm going to put a link here in the chat for those of you who can see this. There is a YouTube video if you kind of want to see. You kind of want to see it. I don't know. Did you let your principal cut your hair?
No.
No.
No. Show me all the photos he wants. I don't care.
So, growing up, I had like my mom went to like beauty school or I don't know what the official term is.
What, a cosmetology school?
Yeah, like a cosmetology school. Thank you. It must be National Grammar Day. So, I remember getting like highlights one summer, one year, whatever. I remember doing like this different bowl cut one summer, and like there were things like tried out on me, and I just went back to my regular hairstyle. I just there's a thing that you're just comfortable with. You don't want to try something new.
Nope.
And I know my dad has a haircut that he's had for I don't know how long, and someone tried to get his barber to change it, and the barber refused. They were like, "Nah, he'll kill me." So I sympathize. I don't know if I'd let somebody else do my hair either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hair's fine.
I didn't know if you were going to say anything about the story or not. So moving on to the next one. 60 years ago. So I was talking to Sophia about this kind of last night. It seems like people who go through like hardships, all the people who are like big movers and shakers, right? The big people who actually change the world are people who've gone through hardships. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Something happened to them, and they wanted to make sure that whatever that was didn't happen to anybody else. Like Rosa Parks.
Well, yeah.
She said no, and you know what? Probably was threatened, beaten, dragged, or whatever, and did it anyway, and became, the mother of civil rights. That wouldn't have happened if she hadn't gone through a hardship, right? So this story is about that, and so I don't know if Sophia's watching or if she'll see this later, but 60 years ago, this guy couldn't afford to go to college, all right? And countless brilliant people, both men and women, right, don't have college diplomas. Their achievements often speak for themselves. Technically, I guess Bill Gates has a diploma now, although he did drop out of college.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they gave him an honorary doctorate.
I think he's kind of earned it.
So, yeah, I guess so. But like a doctorate, I could say go ahead and let him. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah, he probably donated a lot of money to the school.
Probably.
They're like, honorary. Okay. Their achievements speak for themselves. Still having access to higher education can be an integral stepping stone to the path, or on the path to success. And it's kind of disappointing.
And why is that?
Well, okay, I worked at this place. I'm not going to say names. But I worked at this place a while ago. And there were people who were like college graduates that came in and started running the place. And they're like, they don't know anything. You know what I mean? They don't have any life experiences. And then there are other people who are working there that have gone through a lot. And they can't get a promotion just because they don't have a piece of paper from a college. And so that's what it's saying. If you don't have it, like it could be very limiting depending on what field you go into. It's a double whammy when marginalized students who traditionally face financial barriers to obtain degrees find themselves drowning in debt by the time they graduate. Another thing, right? You've got a sister in college right now, right?
I got two of them, yeah.
Two. Do you know what the yearly tuition is for Gabrielle?
Expensive. That's about it. So I can give you. It's expensive.
It's like pricey depending on where you go, and even if you go to the saved place, you know, it still adds up. Few know the challenges of this particular obstacle course better than Calvin Tyler, who abandoned his own collegiate dreams 6 decades ago when tuition became too steep. In 1961, Tyler enrolled as a student of business administration at Morgan State College. Now it's called Morgan State University in Baltimore, when his funds dried up in 1963. A year shy of graduation, he took a job as a UPS driver. Tyler's lack of college diploma might have been considered a setback by some, but it didn't deter this driver with a true drive from steadily rising in the ranks. By the time he retired in 1998, Tyler was Senior Vice President of the U.S. Operations and was seated on the UPS Board of Directors. Tyler's hard work and grit paid off, but he knew that in the business world, his story was the exception rather than the rule. So in 2002, he and his wife established the Calvin and Tina Tyler Endowed Scholarship Fund. That's like a big deal.
Calvin, Tina Tyler. Calvin and Tina Tyler Endowed Scholarship Fund.
Yeah, Calvin and Tina Tyler Endowed and Scholarship Fund. So I tried to see if that spelled something. It doesn't, but I'm going to do one, like a long one, like, what was it? Strategic Homeland Intervention and whatever Logistics Division from Iron Man.
Yeah, Shield.
Yeah. Here is his picture now. I'll put it up. Oops, that's not the picture. Hey, there we go. By granting, what am I doing?
I couldn't tell you.
I like having problems. Huh? Okay, so by granting full tuition scholarships to select Baltimore students in need, they hope to elevate them to a place where they'd be able to gain a first foothold on the corporate ladder. How far they climbed would be up to them. In 2016, the Tylers raised the bar by endowing the fund with $5 million. Early this year, they broke their own record, pledging $20 million in scholarship endowments. Tyler said he and his wife were compelled by the impact the COVID-19 crisis had on students already struggling to do what they could to help close the financial gap. This is why we are increasing our commitment, he explained. We want to have more full tuition scholarships offered to young people so that they can graduate from college and enter the next stage of their life debt-free. Debt-free. That is like an accomplishment. Let's say like you're going to be like a doctor. I don't know what that would add up to be, but a lot. You know, how long does it take to pay that off before you actually can start putting money away? You know what I mean? Morgan State President David Wilson addressed the couple's ongoing support in a statement that said, in part, through their historic giving, the doors of higher education will most certainly be kept open for generations of aspiring leaders whose financial shortfalls have kept them from realizing their academic dreams. The tireless generosity over the years culminating with this transformative commitment and a remarkable example of altruism with great purpose. So, how much time do we have? Oh, we got 30 minutes. We're good.
Yeah, you're fine.
We're good.
You're doing just peachy.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. We need to do that.
You don't know?
When we hit it big, we should be like giving away scholarships.
Take 20 million out,
Yeah.
so give me scholarships.
Because right now we've hit it like small, where we give away like $20 gift cards here and there, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of cool. So he just didn't make it through college, and now like his life's purpose is to help people get through college. It's kind of a, I don't know, kind of a cool thing.
That's pretty nifty.
Speaking of helping out, my next article is, it's only one of probably about 70, I think, places across the country I found. But this city created the largest, you know what, let me take a step back. UPS, at one point, and I don't know if it's still true or not, but at one point UPS had created more millionaires than any other company out there.
Is that so?
True story.
All
Their
right.
drivers, they have a lot of drivers that were driving for them. I don't know if they still are, but like that were literally, they made them millionaires because as part of their company package or whatever, they would get their regular salary, but they would also get stock options. And then stocks, I guess, split. I don't have any stocks, so I don't know much about that. But stocks would split, and then they became millionaires. So it's kind of cool investment. You gonna make it?
I'm really tired.
Yeah.
Like dozing off.
I see that. I was trying to think if you're like bopping your head to any particular
No,
music. Or
I was paying attention though, at least. I was paying attention for the most
okay,
part.
all right. My next article, so you can go take your nap.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep after this.
This city created the largest free food forest in the
I
country.
was dozing off thinking about ribs.
Well, actually, I have an article about sleeping, so
Is that
this will be
so?
something that you could look forward to because
Awesome.
this is maybe something we can try here at the show. Maybe I'll skip to that one.
Just watch this. Snap my fingers.
You know what? Let's skip. Let's just skip to this one here.
The one about sleep.
The one about sleeping. Not that one. Let's see here.
Where's our lovely sleep?
Okay, here we go. Breakthrough. Scientists. And there's a picture, so let's see if I can get this to this guy.
No, I've had
Okay.
a fair amount of those.
Yeah, here we go. Scientists achieve breakthrough
Okay.
talking with lucid dreamers in their sleep.
Is that so?
I could actually be asleep and talk to them. No, yeah?
I'd probably kick you out of my dream.
My favorite dream, I think, well, not my favorite, but one of my favorite, I had this dream one time that I could like do work on this computer in my brain while sleeping.
Yeah.
And then when I would wake up, it would be saved on my computer.
So doing work on a computer in your brain while you're I think it's just called brain.
Like I print it in my sleep and it actually prints out on my printer sitting next to me at my desk while I'm sleeping. You could actually like do your schoolwork or whatever in the middle of the night. But anyway, that's not this, but it could be, okay?
Could be.
We're getting there. The technology is coming, okay? Dreams take us to an alternate reality where we're fast asleep. So you might not expect that a person in the midst of a vivid dream would be able to perceive incoming questions and provide answers to them. Except for on this show.
Except for on this.
But a new study led by Northwestern University researchers shows that, in fact, they can. And they developed an app for those who like to try it at home.
Is that so?
Yes. We're going to do this.
What is
We're gonna do
the old application?
We're going to do a show at like 2 a.m. where you're sleeping and I ask you questions and we're just going to come up with
You
whatever.
stream me sleeping. You best pray I don't wake up in the middle of the night.
Okay. With partners at 3 universities around the world, they've confirmed that real-time dialogue with a dreaming person is possible and that dreamers were able to solve simple math problems and answer yes or no questions.
What's it called?
Remember those times when mom is half asleep and you get her to be like, hey, can I go to my friend's house? Yep, yeah. Remember those times? I don't know, was that you that did that or somebody else? Maybe a little bit of both?
I did that.
Hey, Mom, can I get $10 this week? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Here we go. It's possible, okay? The researchers studied 36 volunteers who aimed to have a lucid dream wherein a person is aware that they're dreaming. You're familiar with lucid dreaming?
I have those pretty often, actually.
I've had several. I don't think I've had them often, but it is pretty empowering when you're asleep and something really weird happens and you're like, wait a minute, I'm dreaming. And when you do, it's like you control everything.
Yeah, see, my dreams just suck because I realize I'm in a dream and then I'm just a completely normal dude.
Oh.
Can't do anything.
I remember like being pulled over by a police officer or something, and I noticed that in his holster he had a water gun. In my dream.
Super soaker.
And I was looking at it like, this isn't real. And then I realized it wasn't real, and then the cop disappeared. I got out of my car, I started flying. It was really cool. It was really,
Car
really cool.
turned to ash.
Yeah. Yeah, lucid dreaming. Okay. So that's what lucid dreaming is. Okay. Using a polysomnographic
data.
Yeah, they would confirm that study participants had reached the REM stage of sleep, which means rapid eye movement phase, in which lucid dreaming can occur. We found that individuals in REM sleep can interact with an experimenter and engage in real-time communication, said senior author Ken Paller, professor of psychology and director of the cognitive neuroscience program at Northwestern. We also showed that dreamers are capable of comprehending questions, engaging in working memory operations, and producing answers. So I don't know if this is related or not, but I had a dream one time. There was like a bad storm here and we were working, and I was doing these repairs that I don't normally do, but I was trying to keep houses from just leaking. And I remember doing like tarps and hanging stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that night I went home and I fell asleep, and while I was sleeping, I was fixing roofs and like hanging tarps. And when I woke up the next morning, I was so exhausted. I felt like I hadn't slept at all because I felt like I literally worked all night long. I was sore. So most people might predict that this would not be possible, that people would either wake up when asked a question or fail to answer, and certainly not comprehend a question without misconstruing it. While dreams are a common experience, scientists still haven't adequately explained them. Relying on a person's recounting of dreams is also fraught with distortions and forgotten details. So Paller and colleagues decided to attempt communication with people during lucid dreams. The researchers realized that finding means to communicate could open the door in future investigations to learn more about dreams, memory, and how memory storage depends on sleep, the researchers say. They also used a rotten egg smell to associate with cigarette smoking, which caused the dreamer less inclined to smoke the following week. The paper is unique in that it includes 4 independently conducted experiments using different approaches to achieve a similar goal. Studies were conducted at Sorbonne University in France, Osnabrück University
I
in
got
Germany,
nothing for that one,
and Radboud University Medical Center in the Netherlands. We put the results together because we felt that the combination of results from 4 different labs using different approaches most convincingly attests to the reality of this phenomena of two-way communication, says Karen Connolly, a PhD student in psychology at Northwestern and a main author of the paper published this month in the journal Current Biology. In this way, we see that different means can be used to communicate. One of the individuals who readily succeeded with the two-way communication had narcolepsy and frequent lucid dreams. Among the others, some had a lot of experience in lucid dreaming and others did not. Overall, the researchers found that it was possible for people while dreaming to follow instructions, do simple math, answer yes or no questions, or tell the difference between different sensory stimuli. They could respond by eye movements or by contracting facial muscles. The researchers referred to these successful conversations as interactive dreaming, and they chose questions with known answers so that they could assess whether the participants' answers were correct. Kind of like running in your sleep. You seen the dogs do that?
Yeah, or they do like their.
I just want to like videotape. I mean, I caught your sister. I don't know if she's watching or not, but like she was sleeping and I was trying to wake her up, so I made her like the Queen of England, and I was like moving her hands and I was like, hello, hello, and she wouldn't wake up. I would like to like videotape her, tell her a joke, and then just watch her distort her face like like she's laughing, or the bad puns, like good pun, bad puns. That would definitely be something. I know she hates puns. That's probably
Yeah,
part of
no,
it.
she hates them.
Just tell puns and then just listen to her go, just groan like. Okay. Conkley says the future studies of dreaming could use the same methods to assess cognitive abilities during dreaming versus while awake. They also could help verify the accuracy of post-awakening dream reports. Outside of the laboratory, the methods could be used to help people in various ways, such as solving problems during sleep or offering nightmare sufferers novel ways to cope. So I can say that honestly, truly, there have been several times in my life, where I have like had a problem in the waking world that I had been like struggling with for, I don't know, sometimes days, and I will dream up an answer that works.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of neat. Like an example, there's like a desk that you put in a room. You can't get it out of the room. It doesn't fit through the door, but you got it in there, and we were able to take it apart. But we never thought of it taking it apart before sleeping on it. You know what I mean? So, follow-up experiments run by members of the 4 research teams aid to learn more about the connections between sleep and memory processing, and about how dreams may shed light on this memory processing. Students in Pollar's lab group have developed a smartphone app for Android devices that aims to make it easier for people to achieve lucidity during their dreams. Information on the Lucid app and the link to download it is available on Pollar's Cognitive Neuroscience Lab site. And here is the link for those of you who would like to see it.
All of you iPhone users.
You're out, unfortunately. But something really good is coming for you in the future. You may have a phone that never has to be charged, but I'm just going to leave that one like it is. All right. So what do you think? I don't know.
What do I think? I think I'm tired.
I'm going to...
just going to put my chair all the way back and just go to sleep and let you do the rest of the show.
So gaming, we did that 24-hour gaming stream. That was rough. That was super rough.
Yeah.
But like, if we were doing D&D and I could just sleep through it, and then you're like, okay, would you like to roll? And then I'd be like,
Who are you rolling?
Do you want to roll it go forward or backwards?
Do you want forward or backwards? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Make a click sound if you would like to attack, or 2 click sounds if you'd like to stay.
Then you're like...
Have you been sleeping with, not sleeping with somebody, but like somebody's sleeping on the couch and they're sleeping, you're watching a show, and all of a sudden you hear this. You wonder what just happened. Just a gust of air.
Dude, they're a horse in their sleep. Just that thing horses do.
Oh, 15 minutes. So now I have to I'm doing these all out of order.
Yeah, now you got to go back to your food forest.
Yeah, food forest. Food forest.
Food forest. Run forest. There's a food forest.
Well, you know what? Let's just do this one.
Do this one? All right.
So now I'm kind of going backwards.
No,
but
you are.
I'm going to fix the printer. So so this I picked this article for obvious reasons. I mean, it's hitting close to home. Here's a picture of it for people who have no idea what we're looking at here. But we have had in the studio now for like what,
2 weeks
2 weeks
now.
2 weeks a 3D printer. We
Yep.
printed all kinds of things from little, like I got little feet here that I'm printing for something. I've got like door hinges and stuff. I made a. Can I say this? Can I say this name?
Here, no, I got you.
I think
got
so.
you.
Yeah.
I got you. Nondescript.
Nondescript.
Saber, laser saber wielding knight.
Dude, yes. Who is kneeling and holds my X-Acto knife, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Nondescript X-Acto wielding knight.
Yeah. So this article here is about scientists using novel ink with calcium to 3D print bone
Bone.
with living cells.
Bone.
Bone with living cells.
So living bones.
So, I mean, the printer prints in like, well, I don't know. I just see.
I don't think
like,
our printer prints bones.
Have you ever? Did you watch Star Trek?
A little bit.
Like the movies with William Shatner?
No.
So, in one of the movies, one of the characters falls off this platform, cracks their head, right? And there's like swelling in the head.
Yeah.
Okay?
Happens.
And it happens, right? And so they rush them. They're in this coma thing, and the doctors are like, "There's pressure building. We need to release the pressure." And they want to drill holes into the skull to release the pressure. Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you've ever busted your finger. You poke a hole in the fingernail. Can I say that word? I can say blood, right?
The nondescript red liquid.
Nondescript red liquid. It comes out and you feel so much better. Well, the guy from the future is like, "You guys are a bunch of cannibal crazy. This is like all medieval stuff. You don't need to drill holes in his head. You just need to reduce the pressure." And he takes out this weird futuristic technology and puts it on there and releases the pressure, and it's all like fixed on the inside. So imagine you broke your arm, right?
Right.
You could. Well, actually, it would be super easy for somebody to put their arm in a machine right now, and actually they could 3D print a cast, I think, around an arm.
Yeah, probably. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
But now imagine that they give you like a topical sedative or something, and the machine kind of goes into your body and just 3D prints a repair inside, and then you walk out like with your arm and it's perfectly fine and healed right then and there.
What did you buy while you were in the hospital? I bought the bones. Yeah.
And while they were in there, I had them add Bluetooth, so that way when I walk away from my phone, my arm vibrates.
Whenever I get a text, my forearm, it goes. Here, check this out. Watch. Text me. Wow, that's very painful.
So, and you can link it with your lucid dreaming app.
Yeah, exactly.
So that way it helps
Get my
you.
own in-game music.
So, 3D printers may one day become a permanent fixture of operating rooms. Now that Australian scientists have showed they can print bone-like structures containing living cells.
Our bones are purple?
You know, I don't think it would matter if it was in. I feel like, here's the thing.
You're like performing an autopsy.
You want,
this man had a rainbow skeleton.
So, it's like Wolverine.
Yeah.
They replaced his bone with metal,
Yeah.
right? So, like, you're an adult person, right? You're not growing anymore, so you don't have to worry about, growth.
No, yeah,
Bone
you
plates
don't.
or whatever, okay? So you break your arm, you get hit by a car, you run off the road, something happens, you fall off of a roof like me or something, you break an arm, break a leg, and you go in there and they're like, "Oh, well, we can just print new bone." And you're like, "You know what? I'll pay extra for the carbon fiber.
Give me reinforced
Give me the reinforced bone. That way when I fall again, I can just walk it off." You know what I mean? That's what I want.
Hey guys, check this out.
When you go in for a hip replacement at 80 years old, they don't give you a new hip. They give you a titanium one. And I don't know why.
Because I'm going to live forever. Your bones are going to be fine.
Right? Okay, so, oh man, I lost my track. Okay, scientists from UNSW Sydney have developed a ceramic base ink that may allow surgeons in the future to 3D print bone parts complete with living cells that could be used to repair damaged bone tissue. Using a 3D printer that deploys a special ink made up of calcium phosphate, that's the purple stuff, the scientists developed a new technique known as ceramic omnidirectional bioprinting in cell suspensions called COBIC.
It's Cobics.
Okay. I just can't help it. I can't help it. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to.
You know what I realized? So it looks kind of like
so bad.
it looks like jelly.
Yeah.
Kind of. So imagine going in like, no, we gave you bones made of jelly, so you'll bounce.
It's just like.
Yeah. Hey guys, check this out. Here, punch me. Your arm just wraps around their fist.
It's a Jello, like Plastic Man or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Fantastic.
Exactly like Mr. Fantastic.
You're like, hold the elevator.
Stretchy Man, Mr. Armstrong.
Yeah, give that man a hand. Okay, I'll hold out on my puns and such. Okay. Enabling them to print bone-like structures that harden in a matter of minutes when placed in water. While the idea of 3D printing bone mimicking structures is not new, this is the first time such material can be created at room temperature, complete with living cells, and without harsh chemicals or radiation, says Dr.
No
Ayman
harsh chemicals or radiation. This is not my America.
Right. It's like you get replaced with... See, these are the upgrades.
I'm looking for mutations,
You're
people.
stuck in the woods, but thank goodness you got the bone that you can snap in half and then it glows like a glow stick for 14 hours. You just and shake it, and then you hold it up there.
Could you imagine being lost in the woods and you're like, all right, guys, hold on. Just...
Yeah, here we go.
All right, guys,
I can see. Okay.
Like tears pouring down your face.
That's okay. They can 3D print you a new one. Okay.
Bioluminescent bone fracture.
Dr. Ayman Rohini from UNSW School of Chemistry. That's who that said it. Okay. This is a unique technology that can produce structures that closely mimic bone tissue. He said, pointing to the repairs of bone defects caused by accidents or cancer. Associate Professor Christopher Killian, who co-developed the breakthrough technology with Dr. Rohini, says the fact that living cells can be part of the 3D printed structure together with its portability make it a big advance on the current state-of-the-art technology. Up until now, he says, making a piece of bone-like material to repair bone tissue of a patient involves first going into a laboratory to fabricate the structures using high-temperature furnaces and toxic chemicals.
Oh, so there really is a glow stick arm.
This produces a dry material that is then brought into a clinical setting or a laboratory where they wash it profusely and then add living cells to it, Professor Killian says. The cool thing about our technique is that you can just extrude it directly and place into a place where there are cells, like a cavity in a patient's bone. We can go directly into the bone where there are cells, blood vessels, and fat, and print a bone-like structure that already contains living cells right in that area. There are currently no technologies that can do that directly, and a research paper published recently in Advanced Functional Materials, the author describes how they developed the special ink with a microgel matrix with living cells. The ink takes advantage of setting mechanism through the local nanocrystallization of its components in an aqueous environment, converting the inorganic ink to mechanically interlock bone pieces, bone crystals, okay?
Yeah.
In other words, it forms a structure that is chemically similar to bone building blocks. The ink is formulated in such a way that the conversion is quick, non-toxic, in a biological environment, and it only initiates when ink is exposed to the body fluids, providing an ample working time for the end user, for example, surgeons. He says when the ink is combined with, anyway, I'm just going to skip through the rest of it because it just goes on. But here is a YouTube video. This is what I want to get to. I'll put it on there. And I
So-
know, got like 4 minutes.
We're printing jelly people.
It comes out gelled, but when it hits water,
It hardens.
it hardens. So
You best make sure it keeps its shape.
it's kind of like our printer. It needs to be between like 200 and 220 degrees, and when it cools below that, it hardens into this. I mean, it's actually pretty
Which
tough.
definitely is not room temperature.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah, no, it can take a little bit of force.
But yeah, I don't know. One day we're gonna print like an actual person.
Whoa, artificial people. The insults will be nuts.
I don't know if it's about an artificial person. Just like you can, like,
Artificial person. T100.
imagine just like printing you just a new body altogether as you grow. This one breaks, this part, whatever. You know what I mean? Like people have a heart defect or a heart attack or something later. You're like, we'll just print them a new one.
Yes.
We'll just print a new one. We'll print a
Yes.
new one. It'll be right over here.
Oh,
We'll
critical
bypass it.
conditions. Fine. Wear the skin suit.
Yeah. You just take your brain out, put it in the new one.
Yeah, you know, we can
Seal
do
it up.
brain transplants. No problem.
I feel like I'm out of time, and I don't think there's a possible way I can get to.
Wear the skin suit with the fully functional organs all hooked up. All you need is brain.
Yeah, I won't get to my other things. I thought I could get further, but
Well, me passing out kind of had
it
a
kind of when you
little
were
bit of-
like drooling there on the table, like just you know,
I need to sleep
maybe
more,
like
man.
a Red Bull maybe before the
not
show.
a Red Bull will give me a heart attack.
So I was
Give me
at
water.
church the other day.
All right.
This has never happened before, right? I'm playing the piano, and I was very into the music. You know what I mean? You see people who are playing like those professional players. I'm not one of those.
Yeah, they're just like,
And they're like, bam, all over the place. Like you've got like violinists, and their
Yeah.
whole body goes with it.
yeah, just
Yeah. And I watch them like, man, that's like crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
like
How do
I
you
was
do that?
in the zone so much that my smartwatch accidentally thought I was running. So my heart rate went up, and I was singing and I was perspiring probably. I was playing the piano, and my watch thought I ran 1.5 miles in like 12 minutes or something like that. Whatever it was, 8 minutes, I think. I don't remember. But it was like, it got done, it vibrated, and this little running green man was on there, and it was like, how was your run? And I was like, what?
look at you, 8-minute mile.
I'm just saying. So, I'm gonna make sure that like I get my exercise, not exercising. If I could do that and burn calories and be good, that's gonna be part of the good news program next time.
Start blasting Rocket Man.
Start doing Rocket Man, anything,
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Just, to the fire and flame.
Yeah. So, I don't know if we got any new people on since we started the show, but
Oh, Commander Root's back though.
yeah, Commander Root, go with him. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Just remember the Howards. I know they're going through quite a bit right now. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers while he's going through fighting for his life with COVID in the hospital. And then if everybody out there can just do one good deed and just let us know either on Discord or on the show, so we can get back to them and let them know that we'll step in as a community and just do some good deeds.
Yeah.
The show's about good news and good stuff anyway, so do like one good thing for somebody else tomorrow and let us know what it is. In fact, if you could let us know, maybe even on the show on Saturday.
Yeah,
right?
shows on
Just let us know
Saturday.
on Saturday, and we'll put that out there. Saturday at 10 a.m. If you guys want to watch a bunch of people get around and be all nerdy with D&D, you can come back here then. Otherwise, next Tuesday, again, a craft with Allie. Wednesday, we're going to do some probably not Fisher-Price games this time.
And I won't mess up. And I won't
Yeah.
mess up on the baby
Although,
game.
if we are going to like take naps in the show, maybe we could get like a couple of teething things. We're like,
As I'm saying this.
we're gonna on next Wednesday, we're gonna play Fisher Price games and have juice boxes.
Hey, don't hit on juice boxes. Juice boxes are great.
It's your turn. Hang on, I'm almost done with my applesauce.
I love apple juice boxes,
applesauce,
dude.
One more time, I'll put our Discord channel in here. You do have to be part of Discord in order for you to win stuff on the show. We do giveaways pretty regularly right now. I don't know if we have something coming up this week, but for sure by the end of the week, we're doing we try to do like 1 or 2 a month. And I know we just started a month, so something's got to be around the corner here soon. And anything you got to say before we leave?
Make sure you get all your sleep.
Make sure you get all your sleep. It's National a whole bunch of stuff day. Like if you need it to be a national day, today's the day. You can get it submitted and it'll get approved right away. This is National Everything Day. Yeah, National Everything on Your Bagel and Cookie Day. And your battery's dead. We're out of time. So you guys have a great night.
See you guys.
We'll see you on Saturday.
Thanks for coming around, guys.
Bye.